Hey there, if you live in the Crystal Lake area and you're trying to find a dog trainer, well, you've come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to make a really confident choice for you and your best friend. Living in Crystal Lake means you've got all these amazing places to explore with your dog, right? Like walks along the Prairie Trail or heading over to Three Oaks. But if those walks are a constant struggle, they're not much fun. The right training can completely change that, making every outing something you actually look forward to. So where do you even begin? Well, it really all boils down to two key things: their training philosophy, which is the how they do it, and their credentials, which is the proof that they actually know what they're talking about. Okay, so what you're really looking for is a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. It's the modern, science-backed approach. Basically, instead of punishing your dog for getting it wrong, you reward them for getting it right. It's not only more humane, it's way more effective, and honestly, it just builds a much better, more trusting bond between you two. But how do you know if a trainer is legit? Well, you look for these acronyms. They might look like alphabet soup, but they're super important. They mean the trainer has passed rigorous exams and is committed to keeping their skills sharp. The first two, like CPT DK, are fantastic for everyday stuff, puppy manners, not pulling on the leash. But if you're dealing with something more serious, like major fear or reactivity, you'll want to look for one of those specialized behavior consultant certifications. They have a whole other level of training for those tougher cases. And just a quick heads up on what to avoid: anyone who talks about being the alpha or uses tools designed to cause fear or pain. Those old school methods can actually backfire, creating anxiety and aggression, and they can really break the trust your dog has in you. A positive approach is always, always the way to go. All right, so you know what to look for in a trainer's approach. Now let's get into the practical stuff. What kind of programs are out there, and what can you expect to pay for them right here in the Crystal Lake area? You've basically got three main flavors. Group classes are awesome for learning around distractions, and they're usually easier on the wallet. Private lessons are perfect for tackling specific issues that happen in your home, like barking at the doorbell or jumping on guests. Then there's board and train, where your dog lives with the trainer. It can be a great way to kickstart things, but you have to do your homework and be absolutely sure it's a high-quality, reputable facility. And now, let's talk about the cost. As you can see, it varies a lot depending on what you choose. A group class for a few weeks is the most budget-friendly route. On the other end, an intensive board and train is a much bigger investment. A good thing to know is that a lot of trainers will offer a free phone call at the beginning, just to chat about your dog and give you a better idea of the cost. So, you've found a few trainers that look promising. Now it's time for the consultation. Think of it as an interview, where you're the one asking the questions. Let's go over what you absolutely need to ask. First up, ask them straight up about their training philosophy. You're listening for words like positive reinforcement. Then, ask them to walk you through a typical session. This gives you a real feel for their style and how they'll actually interact with your dog. Next, don't be shy about asking what certifications they hold. This is just confirming they have the qualifications we talked about. Asking about continuing education is a great follow-up. It shows they're passionate about staying current with the best and most humane methods. This one is so important because it's all about teamwork. You want to know how you'll measure success. And even more, you need to be crystal clear on what's expected of you. A great trainer is really a coach for the human, and your work between sessions is what makes the training stick for the long haul. Good training goes way beyond your own house and backyard. It's about being a good neighbor and being able to confidently enjoy all the cool dog-friendly spots Crystal Lake has to offer. Here are the big things to keep in mind around town. First, when you're off your property, your dog needs to be on a leash, and it can't be longer than 10 feet. Make sure you're up to date on that rabies vaccine, that's state law. And, of course, just be a good neighbor and be mindful of nuisance barking. Once you start building some skills, you need places to practice. Think of these local spots as your real-world classrooms. Three Oaks is perfect for working on leash skills. Veteran Acres has just enough going on to practice obedience with some light distractions. And the dog parks at Lippold and Main Beach are the best places to safely work on getting your dog to come back when you call them. When it comes right down to it, finding a good trainer isn't just about teaching your dog to sit or stay. It's really an investment in your relationship and your own peace of mind. A well-trained dog is a happy, confident dog, and that makes for a much less stressed you.
So there you have it. You've got a solid plan to find a great training partner. I hope you have the best of luck on this journey. Before you know it, you'll have a dog you can take anywhere, whether it's just a calm walk downtown, having friends over without chaos, or simply enjoying a quiet afternoon at home together.